Internet rules.
Hello, I'm Kristen Firpo, and welcome to Sound Healing 201. I'm going to speak with you about 3 things regarding sound healing. The first one is all of these different types of instruments. There's a variety of different types of instruments you can use to help you navigate your energies the way that you want, to either help you calm down and relax, or maybe remove stagnant energy and really be able to focus on what you want to focus on. That's what sound healing is. It's using vibrations to help you navigate the energy in the way that is best for you, whether to reharmonize and balance and calm down, or maybe reharmonize and balance and raise energy because you've been stuck. So the first one is we're going to go over a whole variety of different types of instruments that you can use to do that. The second thing we're going to talk about is different ways you can play these instruments to navigate that energy in the way that you want. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is a little bit about the neuroscience that has been really coming about probably over about the past 5 years. There's a lot of science that's been coming out to actually prove how this physically can enhance and optimize your body and your health. So those are the 3 main things we're going to cover. And then of course, we're going to end with a little sound healing so that you can actually experience the benefits of all of this. So let's talk about a variety of different types of instruments. Most commonly, I would say in sound healing is usually a bowl of some type, which would be like a Tibetan singing bowl, and that's this bowl right here, and it's made of a variety of different types of metal. And there are authentic bowls that come usually from Tibet or India, maybe in the Himalayas. They have a strong vibration. The sound is usually deep. And this vibration, if the bowl is placed on you, will help vibrate energies to rebalance, even vibrate energies out that are no longer serving you. They're often handmade, very precious metals from the earth, and they're very strong in vibration. There are some that are made by machines because they're becoming very popular lately. So they're starting to mass produce them. And those are great because they usually have more of a high-pitched tone, which can be great to remove stagnant energy and help you to really focus and move more when you feel like you might be stuck. So here's another type of singing bowl. This is a little bit smaller, but again, it's a metal bowl. Sounds a little different. So these are metal bowls, and they're great to be placed on the body. They're usually not as loud of a tone, but stronger vibration. Whereas this, for example, is a crystal bowl. So it's very different, right? It's much more higher pitched. Now this is a crystal bowl right here. And this crystal bowl is made of quartz crystal. Crystals have a lot of powerful energy because they help to retain energy. Literally, they help hold and transfer energy. It's a conduit to help navigate energy. NASA uses crystals. There's a whole lot of science out there starting to prove the power of crystals. These are both quartz crystals. They're chalices. They are singing bowls. One is dipped in 24 karat gold. One is cobalt blue titanium. And both metals are used to accelerate the healing process. They can be used to accelerate energy. Now we also have these over here, which are frosted bowls. Now, whether or not they've got metal on them or whether or not they're frosted, most crystal bowls at the core have a quartz crystal in them. This is much higher pitched, right, compared to this one. Why is that? You know the difference? So it's the way in which the bowl is made. Some of it has to do with the size, literally how big the opening is, how big the bowl is. This is an 8-inch. This is a 10-inch. Now, what makes the difference, again, similar to the metal bowls, whether it's a crystal bowl or whether it's a metal bowl, they are made to have certain tones. So you know how music, all of music, is measured in hertz and frequency. So a guitar has a certain tone, they play to certain notes. It's the same with the crystal bowls. So you can measure them and you can actually create a bowl and make one to a certain tone. This one is a perfect example of one that is measured for a very high-pitched tone. Very, very high-pitched. This one is very low-pitched. It's a low octave. Now those are the tones, or the pitch, or the octave. Now they also have different frequencies, or hertz. And so all of my instruments here are measured for the chakras. So we have different energy parts in our body, and they're made for different parts of the body. The differences in the hertz are very subtle, but they are strong enough when you're doing healing work that you want to know what they are, because you can actually help shift energy based on where you are in what area in the body you're trying to navigate that energy to and from. The most important thing at this stage that I want to explain to you is that you want to listen for something high-pitched, because what this does is it helps move stagnant energy. It wakes you up. Whereas this, it's a little heavier, so it's calming you down. Similar to this, it's going to calm you down. Now you notice that in there it kind of picked up. That's how I can manipulate the bowl, and I can play it softer, or I can manipulate it a little and make it higher pitched. So while you will get a bowl or an instrument with a certain tone, you can manipulate it a little. That's good to know, because you need to know if you want to calm down the energy in your body or you need to raise it. Maybe you can't get up in the morning and you need help, so you want to remove that stagnant energy. In addition to the crystal bowls, we also have here a gong. Grab my stick. And so, gongs are really popular in sound healing. And they give off a very strong vibration. It helps to be in the presence of them because you can feel all the different tones. You can play it like a clock. One of the biggest myths is people see a gong and they think it's like a drum and they want to come up and hammer it. Never do that. These are very sacred instruments, and you need to warm up the instrument. And depending on where you play it, it will have different sounds. This is a really big bowl here. Listen to the sound of this. This is 16 inches. So remember how these sounded. Now the sound is deep, but when you're in front of it, you literally can feel the vibrations going throughout your body because it's literally such a big instrument. So that's the big difference. This one will not have the same vibration as this one because it's literally smaller. This has much larger of a surface to create that vibration. But they both are powerful. It just depends on what you're using it for. This cannot get as high pitched as this. And neither of these can get as deep as the gong. Another instrument that you're probably familiar with is the drum. This is a hand drum. Now you might be thinking, well, how would you use this as healing? I want you to close your eyes and just think about how this sounds for a moment. It's very primal. Kind of like a heartbeat. You want to raise someone's energy? You want to calm them down? This is great to help focus. You could use this to guide your breath and calm down your nervous system by literally saying, take an inhale now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you can literally start to sync your heartbeat to the beat of the drum. And just like the gong, you can play it like a clock, and it sounds differently in different places. And a hand drum like this is a strong vibration. You can put it on your chest, and you can literally feel those vibrations go through your body. There's also chimes. You can play them very softly. It can be very calming. You can also get multiple chimes. And it's a great way to slowly wake someone up, or to slowly start to raise the energy. You bring in more chimes, and you start to raise the energy. Or you just play them really subtly and soft. And then there's a lot of things you probably have around the house that you don't realize. Some of you have children or babies. Shaker. The thing is, when you close your eyes and you hear these things, you're not attaching any description to them. So this is really good. Close your eyes right now. It's very cleansing. It's very, very cleansing. There's also shells. You can find them at the beach. And you can literally make things like this. The powerful thing about sound is to use it with your eyes closed, because then it really begins to play with different energies. And then I want to introduce something to you called free notes. This is what free notes is. It's modeled after the gamelan. And you can use this. This is what I call playful music. It's really good when you want to feel inspired, creativity. So you want to maybe raise energy a little, but you want to be able to get in a creative mode. So that's called free notes. So I've shared with you a variety of different types of instruments. Crystal singing bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, the gong, the drum, the hand drum specifically, chimes, free notes, shakers, rattles. You can use all of these. You can even use your own favorite music. You could use your own favorite artist who maybe was in concert and it brings back really good memories. The key is that you're noticing how you're feeling when you're listening to it and you really tune in. One of the best ways to use music is to help us either relax and go to sleep, in which case we want to get into our alpha brain waves or our delta brain waves. Those alpha is when we're about to fall asleep. Theta is actually when we're in dream state, and then delta is when you're out, when you're totally asleep. That's about 7.35 hertz or lower. And so when you listen to music like this, this is going to bring you into those alpha and theta brainwaves, dreamlike. And this is going to help you focus and relax. When I say focus, I mean it helps you to start to relax and sleep, fall asleep. So your mind isn't scattered, you don't have that monkey mind. So when I say focus, you're actually relaxed and focused on sleeping. And if you want to get creative, a lot of businesses now are looking at sound healing around how can we maximize the potential of our employees. Schools are using this to help their students get more creative. You want to get creative when you're in that alpha or theta brainwave, because when you're in that dreamlike state, you're open to possibilities. So even hearing sounds that are grounding, this is going to help you stay open, focused, open to possibilities, and it really allows in that creativity. It's around 7.35, maybe 8 hertz of a frequency. So these are low tones. So this is great to play if you want to get in a creative mode, even study, retain information. It's good to have this as background music. Even the sound of the ocean, right? The beach music, nature is really good to have in the background. And then when you feel like you maybe have stagnant energy, just like when you want to go work out, sometimes you put on music to pump you up. That's exactly what you're doing. You're pumping literally up your brain waves. This is the neuroscience behind it. You're getting into much higher frequencies, 10 hertz, 20 hertz, 30 hertz, and that's really amplifying. And so that's when you want something much higher pitched, like this. Right? So these types of things are going to help stimulate the energy, and it's going to help you wake up. It's going to help that energy become more invigorating and alive, to give you that energy to go do what you want to do. So let's have a little sound healing now. What I want you to do is just close your eyes, and I want you to think about, we're going to do a little something to help you calm down and relax. So I'm going to play more of the lower tones, and I just want you to see how this medley feels as I start to play. So let's take a deep inhale and exhale. Keep your eyes closed.